From the belching power stations of China to the burning forests of Brazil, more greenhouse gases than ever are being added to the air we breathe.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us.
Is that possible? Absolutely. Will it take political will? Yes. Will we need to have the private sector lean in? Yes. But the science tells us that we can do this.
If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon.
The gap between what we are doing and what we need to do is growing wider. So we were already not doing enough, and the challenge is getting bigger.
I've kind of accepted my fate in a way of being sort of the guy that's alarmed about this before everybody else is.
For the first time in a decade, these paddocks are without crops on Peter Mailer's farm.
Yeah, when I started farming, we were relying on one good year in 5. In the last 3 years, this is our 3rd miss.
There's crops dying out because of intense heat, and then there's drought. Also, animals dying because they're not used to the warmer climate. In the context of the Philippines, well, as we know, the Philippines is an agricultural country. Many of our crops don't get to see, that don't get to be harvested because they die out on their early stage.
Such as pollution, which can be of water, of land, of air, and it can be a massive reason for the world to become extinct in the near future.
The Philippines tops a list of countries most susceptible to hazards caused by climate change. A think tank cited by the 2019 Global Peace Index notes nearly half of the country's population live in areas highly exposed to climate hazards like drought, tropical cyclones, floods, and tsunamis. Other countries at the top of the list include Japan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, China, Indonesia, India, Vietnam, and Pakistan. Manila also ranks 7th in the list of countries facing the highest risk to a single climate hazard. The study warns nearly 1 billion people are at risk of experiencing extreme weather events in the coming decades. Manila, meanwhile, climbs for not just this year, placing 134th in the Global Peace Index, or Global State of Peace Index. But the country's score makes it the second least peaceful country in Asia Pacific, following North Korea.
What is climate change?
Climate change is also a change in Earth's climate. This could be a change on how much rain a place usually gets in a year, or it could be a change in a place's usual temperature for a month or season. Scientists attribute the climate change trend observed since the mid-20th century to the human expansion of the greenhouse effect, warming that results when the atmosphere traps heat radiating from Earth towards space. Certain gases in the atmosphere block heat from escaping. Long-lived gases that remain semi-permanently in the atmosphere and do not respond physically or chemically to changes in temperature are described as forcing climate change.
Other examples are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and what we know CFCs, or the chlorofluorocarbons.
Historically, low agricultural productivity growth has hindered economic growth and employment creation in the Philippines, where agriculture, which accounts for 1/3 of employment, remains a key sector. Climate change has the potential to disrupt crop productivity and in turn affect domestic agricultural production, consumption, and food security. Moreover, the global impact of climate change could stimulate changes in international and domestic commodity prices, ultimately having negative effects on both Philippine agriculture and the country's overall economy.
Climate change in the global scale is the biggest concern of all. It has significant effects on human health, food security, the rural and urban poor, the farmers, and communities across the world. Health, according to World Health Organization, is the complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being of a person. It is not just the absence of a disease. Human health is a global concern under climate change, as having a better health is important to contributing to economic progress, since a healthy population is a productive population. These farming lands are the main source of food for agricultural countries like the Philippines. Thus, with a continuous prevalence of these incidences, excessive rainfalls and extreme droughts, food insecurity worsens. All these global concerns on climate change, the rural and urban poor are severely affected, for they are considered as one of the most vulnerable sectors of the society. These people on this sector of the society lack access to education, to basic necessities, healthcare, and other privileges that are enjoyed by the few. Consequently, on the presence of climate change and its effects, its negative effects on every aspect of the society, the circumstances will worsen for these people in the rural and urban poor.
Certainly, climate change has its own complications and issues everywhere. Some of our local societal issues that are prevalent in our country would be: one is experiencing more intense El Nino, which is a phenomenon caused by the unusual warming of the surface of the ocean waters in the southern Pacific. Second is the rise of sea surface temperatures by 1 to 14 degrees Celsius that may lead to stronger storms for the country. Next would be the ocean acidification, in which the shifting of our pH levels of our oceans may lead to a massive death of our coral reefs. Fourth is the sea levels to rise by 4 to 6 meters, which may cause for the submerge of low-lying areas and communities. And last would be the rainfall, river flows, and flooding that may intensify as the monsoon rainfalls in our country reaches new highs and lows, which also makes it all the more difficult for those livelihood that engages in agriculture and aquaculture.
Ako si Kagawa Rinaldo Aquino, Committee in Agriculture talaga. Committee ang agriculture ang hawak ko dito sa ating barangay Kalawagan. Ang pagkaalam ko yan yung ano nila na nabutas ng ating ozone layer, kagagawan din ng ating mamamayang sa buong mundo, kasi gawa na ng laging usok ng sasakyan, usok yung pagsusunog ng kung ano-ano man, plastic, styro o ano man yan. Tapos dagdag pa itong mga padaming sasakyan na puro usok ang ating naanan, kaya lumalaki ang butas ng ating ozone layer. Ay ito talaga ang ito ang sakit talaga ng isang magsasaka pagdating sa tagtuyot, kasi ating mga halaman natutuyo kung hindi mo diligan na talagang lumalaki ang gastos ng isang magsasaka. Doon ang mapapahirap sa aming mga magsasaka pagka kailangan mong gumamit ng patubig, water pump, mga ganon. Kaya pagka hindi mo naman pinabayaan mo naman, hindi mo patubigan ng iyong halaman, talagang mamamatay siya, wala kang maanihin. Talagang yun ang bunga ng kaya yun ang isang malaking gastusin ng isang magsasaka pagdating sa ganyan sa talagang malaking epekto yan sa ating aming pamumuhay, kasi nga lumalaki ang gastos. Tapos kung minsan ang pa namin yung karoon na nga ng drought, tapos siyempre kukunti nga maani kasi nga yung ating pananim. Tapos hindi mo pasabayan ng mga kundi talagang apektado sa pamumuhay ng aming magsasaka, gawa ng lalakihan ng gastos. Ano pa siya? Mas kukunti pa maaani pagka ganitong tagtuyot.
Siya ni Pedro Centineliar, may sak nga manalon. 42 years kulaya mantalon dyan, Lawak, bayan ng Lawak, barangay Anis Lawak, Pangasinan. Sa pagkakaalam ko po, ang climate change ay tumutukoy sa pamamagitan ng pagbabago sa klima na nangyayari sa mga dekada, siglo o mas matagal. Dahil sa mga patuloy na pagtaas ng temperatura, madam, gayon din ang mga paghaba ng panahon ng tag-init, mas mahirapan kami sa aming pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay sapagkat ang sobrang init ay nagdudulot ng discomfort at iba pang mga sakit. Talagang banta ito sa kalusugan, madam.
Si Dr. Sylvester M. Garcia. Ako ay isang associate professor dito sa Agricultural Systems Institute. At ako ay natuturo ng mga courses like soil science, agricultural systems, landscape and forestry, at iba pa. Okay, sa climate change kasi marami yung effect, maraming depende sa anong climate hazard ang ma-experience natin. So like yung flooding kasi isa ang epekto ng ano. So meron tayong mga solution dyan. Meron ding drought, meron ding landslide, yung pagtaas ng sea level rise. So isa-isa dyan meron tayong mga solution. No? So yung pagtaas ng sea level rise, it will cause, it will bring acidity dun sa mga farms natin, lalo na sa low-lying areas. So isang solution dyan ay unang-una, we can prevent the entry, pero kung hindi ma-prevent yung entry, so we can adapt, no? We can do some adjustment, so we can use plants or varieties of plants that can thrive under saline condition. No? So sa rice, ang Agri nag-develop siya ng mga different varieties na nakatolerate sa mataas na salinity. No? So even with and kung flooding naman, so we can of course iayos natin yung mga drainage system natin para madaling ma-drain yung pero pag hindi we have some technologies also na pwede magamit like kung ma-submerge, so we can use varieties sa rice. Halimbawa, we can use varieties that can tolerate submergence even for 1 week. So kung mag-submerge for 1 week, then tapos na yung it can still give us some yield na sapat para sa and we can adapt, we can change our cropping systems, we can convert some of the farms kung halimbawa hindi na maalis yung tubig, you can convert it into fish pond kung sakali. Kung sa naman sa banggit ko, flooding, sa drought naman, pwede tayong mag-harvest ng, kasi climate change, mas maraming tubig sa tag-ulan, pero kakaunti ang tubig sa tag-init. So sa tag-ulan, kung saan marami ang tubig, we can harvest the water na we can impound them. Magkaroon tayo ng water impounding structures na maipon natin yung tubig during the rainy season. Then comes dry season, pwede natin siyang gamitin to irrigate our farms. No? So para maubos na yung tubig. Pag dumating naman yung tag-ulan, maipon na naman natin yung tubig. So we can make use of the excess water during the rainy season. At the same time, kung magkaroon tayo ng water impounding, it will also prevent flooding. Yung mga nalalaman nating mga technologies, those are traditional practice ng mga farmers na laging naapektuhan ng like yung drought, lagi naapektuhan yung sa region 1, sa Ilocos region. So mga dry areas yun. So meron silang mga technologies na in-implement na. Dito rin sa Bicol, laging binibisita ng bagyo. So meron silang mga adaptations na ginagawa na doon. So marami nang na-implement Okay, so ang sanhi kasi ng climate change ay because of increased concentration of greenhouse gases. So, para maano yan, para solve natin yung problema niyan, doon natin i-focus yung ano. Pero hindi, madaling sabihin yan, pero hindi madaling gawin. No? So, because it involves all nations, kailangan na yung buong mundo yan magkikilos para sa ano. Kaya meron tayong mga protocol na ginagawa ng mga countries para mabawasan yung emission natin. So, meron tayong mga pinipirmahan ng mga agreement na iba-ibang bansa sa promise to reduce yung emission. Kaya lang, ang unfortunate yan, yung ibang mga bansa ay ayaw pumirma, like US, like China, ayaw pumirma. So, tayo ay signatory tayo doon. So, isa tayo sa ano na nag-commit to reduce emission. No? Pero, yun kasi ang pinaka ano, pero matagal kasing gawin yun eh, matagal gawin. So, habang wala pang ngayon yan, mga solusyon, so gagawa tayo ng mga adaptations muna or adjustment with the present situation ng climate.
I think as students, we have the responsibility to use our voice to spread awareness and also educate other people. Our country, the Philippines, is an agricultural country, so it's very evident na marami tayong natural resources. Pero at the same time, tayong mga tao yung great contributor kung bakit lumalaganap ang climate change. Pwede tayong makisalamuha sa mga farmers natin and pwede natin ma-experience first hand kung ano ba talaga nangyayari. Pwede din natin gamitin yung capability natin to make a research about it. Pwede din natin to i-present sa iba't ibang mga conferences, sa iba't ibang seminars. We should help hand in hand to raise this issue. And very alarming siya since yun nga, agricultural country tayo pero hindi natin alam na may ganun palang nagaganap.
We know that climate change is real. It is very much evident today. So as for societal response entitled Adverse Effect of Climate Change on Agriculture and on Livelihood of the Farmers. With that being said, I'm able to come up to 4 or to think action plan.
Partnership on non-profit organization. As for the partnership on non-profit organization that seeks to help our farmers in mitigating the adverse impact of climate change on the agriculture and on the farmers' livelihood as well.
Nagagamit ko bilang advantage as a commercial para maging boses para sa mga magsasaka o ano man yung mga hinaing nila sa gobyerno, sa kung ano yung nangyayari sa kanila na tila bang hindi sinusolusyonan pero kulang. Kasi hinaing ng mga magsasaka ang hindi pagbibigay ng sapat na pondong pang-agrikultura para sa mas ikagaganda o mas ikaaangat ng produksyon, lalo na ng palay, ng mais at kung ano pang crops ang napoproduce ng mga magsasaka. Isang aksyon na rin na pwedeng gawin ay yung magbigay tayo ng sapat na kaalaman, hindi lang sa magsasaka, kundi pati na rin sa ibang tao para mas lumawak yung kaalaman kung ano ba talaga yung nangyayari dulot ng climate change sa agriculture as a livelihood ng magsasaka, kung saan hindi nabibigyang tugon ng mga hinaing.
Okay, so personally, as a student, I still don't have a concrete plan of action, especially since parang feeling ko wala pa naman ako masyadong makakontribute since I'm still not in the field, I'm still not working. Right now, parang feel ko na ano ba mang pwedeng i-contribute ko sa societal response na pwedeng makabigay ng impact actually. But then I thought about it, and actually it doesn't really matter if it's small or big. And so I thought that as of now, as a student, my action plan could be raising awareness that climate change is really a thing, and it's really something that's taking its toll on not only us common people but also for the farmers, especially since they are the focus of this video, and also kasi sila talaga yung naaapektuhan yung livelihood kasi nga yung business nila is heavily relied on weather and climate. So yung climate change, sobrang nakaka-apekto siya on their work. So if I were to build an action plan, siguro it's, for one, it's by sharing awareness on my social media accounts. Kasi for instance, meron sa IG ng mga short clips or short videos on how pollution is affecting the world, ganyan. So if as for this topic, maybe I could share short videos raising awareness na climate change is actually a thing and na talagang nararamdaman siya, especially dun sa mga taong naapektuhan. And then second is siguro by sharing this documentary na rin, kasi it talks about the climate change, and it also talks about how it affects the livelihood of the farmers. And so maybe having this documentary imparted on people, especially people who will be able to work certain projects na makakatulong sa mga farmers, ganyan, or makakatulong sa atin in general. Yun, baka meron silang magawa better than I can, since yun nga, student pa lang ako and wala pa akong work to actually provide something concrete or solid na makakabigay ng impact sa issue at hand. And then lastly, plan of action is, meron kasi parang mga short, tiny help na pwedeng magawa sa, like, merong thing sa Grab na kapag pwede mo i-spend yung points mo by supporting local farmers, or like kapag ni-spend mo siya, magpa-plant silang ng tree, ganyan. May mga ganong projects through apps na nakakatulong talaga. And so maybe through that I could help our local farmers na kahit konting tulong lang siya, or hindi naman siya masyadong bongga talaga, ayun, I could help them in my own way, since ayun nga, limited lang yung kaya kong ibigay for them. So ayun. And lastly, of course, syempre, support local, support our own products, support our own goods.
Climate change and its effect to agricultural crops. So first of all, the issue on climate change is very hard to resolve because it's not a local issue that you can just make a project or make laws para lang ma-resolve yung issue na to. But rather, it's a global issue wherein all nations should work together para ma-resolve yung issue na to. Kasi it's not a one-man band thing. So in terms of our agricultural crops, first of all, I think we should look into the perception of the Filipino people towards agriculture. So basically, the Filipino people hindi naman sa walang pakialam, pero mababa yung pagtingin ng mga Filipino sa agricultural sector. Example, in the academe, I had various professors that would tell us, our class, that ano ba yan, bakit yung ganitong country, ang ina-export nila is like technology, ganyan. Pero bakit sa Pilipinas ang ina-export natin is mga agricultural produce lang, like saging or mangga. Pero the fact that we are an agricultural country should be considered. Kasi, ayun nga, bakit tayo titingin sa technology when in fact, ang dapat nating ipagyabong or ang dapat pa nating i-enhance sa country natin ay yung agricultural sector. So, my plan of action is, first of all, create awareness. Sa lahat naman ng action plan, first thing that you have to do is inform the people. So, as a student, mahirap kasing gumawa ng action, lalo na kung wala kang connections and such. So, what I was thinking is through community developments, ganyan. So, first of all is awareness. Inform the people on the issues on the agricultural sector, lalo na sa climate change. So that they would know kung bakit ba kailangan ng ganito, bakit ba kailangan natin gumawa ng action, ano bang problema. So that all of us should think about, sige, ano nang gagawin natin after na to. Yun nga, as a student, projects na magki-cater sa needs or sa awareness sa pag-help ng mga farmers nito kasi sila yung nahihirapan eh. So we have to help them, hindi through the means of money but through the means of research, ganyan, project, para i-empower natin sila. So, yung sunod naman is yung sa laws. Kasi, no matter what we do, kahit ano pang ganda ng project mo, pero if it does not protect the whole community, the whole farming community, then it's kind of useless kasi hindi mo nakasasakop lahat ng tao. Create a stronger law that would protect the farmers para ma-help natin sila sa produce and mas mahikayat pa natin yung ibang tao na pumunta na rin sa agricultural sector so that mas mapagyabong pa natin yung agricultural sector ng Philippines. So that's all.
My plan of action will be starting from the family since meron akong mas nakababatang kapatid. And mabilis kasi turuan ng mga bata. Inosente pa sila. Wala pa sila gaano kaalam sa realidad ng mundo. Yung friends, since I have a relation with them and I can communicate with them freely. It's all about influencing others na gawin yung tama or kung ano yung alam mong tama. And lastly, ito yung tingin ko talaga na pinaka-effective is sa paggamit ng social media. Since social media, lahat nakikita natin doon. And mapapansin natin na ngayon, mas maraming tao ang aware since madami ang may access sa social media. Kahit bata mismo, may mga nakikita siya na kung ano-ano, balita, ganyan, or post sa Facebook o kaya sa Twitter. Sa video na to, nag-focus ito sa kabuhayan, sa pamumuhay ng farmers and kung paano naapektuhan ng climate change yung mismong pagsasaka nila. And alam naman natin na kasi agricultural country or agricultural land ng Pilipinas, ito ang pinagkukuhanan or maraming farmers natin. Ito main source of income ng marami sa mga Pilipino, especially mga magsasaka. Kailangan nandun tayo, alam mo yun, parang maki-immerse tayo sa mga magsasaka. Kahit yung mga LSTP, kahit for a short time lang, since doon natin mararamdaman na, ganito pala kahirap kapag ganito yung nangyari sa mga pananim, ganyan. Ganito pala kahirap kapag wala kang kinikita. And most especially, farmers sila. And alam naman natin yung estado ng farmers sa bansa natin na sila pa yung nagugutom, sila pa yung naghihirap. Worst is, meron pang climate change. So, nadagdagan pa yung bigat na dinadanas nila. And with that, sa pakiki-immerse natin sa mga magsasaka, makikita natin kung ano yung realidad sa buhay nila. And siguro, bilang mga college students or bilang estudyante lang, research. Ang dami nating alam, puro research alam natin. Pwede pa natin paangatin yung antas ng research dito, lalo na sa field ng agriculture, since kailangan tayo ng mga magsasaka.
So for my individual action plan about our topic, the effect of climate change sa farmers and sa livelihood, is that we should have a strong government policies na ipupush through to be able to cope up with the demands of climate change. I think meron naman tayong existing policies about sa pag-help natin sa mga farmers, pero kailangan lang natin itong i-enforce ng effectively. For me kasi, government, sila kasing may power in order to help yung mga farmers natin kung hanggang saan yung extent ng pag-help ng government sa ating mga farmers. And I know this is not an easy problem to fix, but we need to try. And the first step is, of course, is educating citizens, especially our farmers in the Philippines and around the world. And we should teach them the practical way in order to have this clean energy solution available that can begin to address the harmful effect of climate change in the Philippines and beyond. So, dapat lang na bigyan natin ng pansin yung mga ganitong mga problem, kasi farmers and yung agriculture is one na nakakapag-boost ng economy natin. And sila, yung mga farmers natin, sila yung nag-help sa atin in order na meron tayong supply ng rice sa ating bansa. And as a student, we should work hard to empower people all over the world, especially our farmers, to fight the climate solutions and stand together to drive the change we need. We should believe that there is hope and unity, and together we can build a safe and sustainable future.